What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another new podcast. Gonna do something a little different today. There's gonna be no video. We're gonna be talking about the incident that everybody's talking about, and that is the Will Smith slap on Chris Rock because of the joke that he made about his wife, Jada Pinkett. So we're gonna jump right into this. Before we do, I want you to take a second, just one, to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I release a video, and don't forget to like the video as well. All right, now that you've done that, let's jump right into it. Let's kind of give a little bit of background on what happened and how this picture right here was made possible. So Chris Rock is on stage. He was the host, and he's doing some jokes. And as most comedians do during their set, they roast people in the crowd. And that was no different on this night. He was roasting some people, making some jokes, and then he got to Jada Pinkett. And if you've seen Jada Pinkett lately over the past year, she has been rocking a low cut steezer. And I personally never thought anything of it. I didn't know that she had any kind of health disease. I just thought that she always kept her hair low, and this was just the next evolution of that. Because sometimes that's what people want to do. Sometimes people just shave their heads. And then I've also seen her daughter with the same hairstyle. So, just thinking like, all right, well, that's just what they got going on in their house. They're a little eccentric over there. But come to find out, she does have alopecia. She has shaven her head due to that condition. So that begs the question, did Chris Rock know or did he not know? We can't say that for certain. I can say that I had absolutely no idea, and there are a lot of other people that had absolutely no idea either, because it's not like Jada Pinkett is like some big icon that everybody's following all of her moves. Yes, she has her Red Table Talk that she has fans. She has loyal fans that if they watch that program, they know about it, but there's no way to say that Chris Rock knew about that either. And the reason why the hair joke, let me pull this up, because he made the joke in regards to G.I. Jane. Now, if you look on the right, that is Demi Moore playing in the movie G.I. Jane. In the movie, she shaves her head, and that's where the joke comes in at. It's, okay, Jada Pinkett has a shaved head, Demi Moore has a shaved head, G.I. Jane 2, ha 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 ha, and it was just supposed to go on, and that was supposed to be it. But Will Smith took offense to that. First, Jada took offense to it, because if you see the video, Jada screws up her face, and she's obviously visibly upset. Will Smith is laughing, and then as the camera cuts away, maybe he looked over, his wife may have said something, or maybe he just saw how upset his wife was, and he snapped. He went up there, and he slapped Chris Rock on national TV during the Oscars. Oscars being one of the biggest nights on television, because it is when all the Hollywood actors, they get their flowers, they get their Oscars to say, hey, I did my thing. Now, before we go any further, let it be known that Will Smith was a nominee. He wasn't just attending, but he was a nominee for his movie, King Richard. Phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, go out and see it. I thought it was excellent. So this was a big night for him to be making himself look like a fool, really, because now there's all this controversy, all this talk over this slap over a joke. And I personally don't think that joke was really that malicious. I mean, if you don't know anything about the health condition and you're just looking at her hairstyle versus what, the G.I. Jane, it makes perfect sense. The joke, boom, it writes itself. So I don't think that he was trying to run her through the mud. And I think Will Smith should have been in better control of his emotions at that time. And people are saying, well, Will Smith was protecting his wife because something was said about her, yada, yada, yada. People would want their husbands and boyfriends to do the same thing. I think that is a bad attitude to have, because you got to think about this. Chris Rock, Will Smith, they're celebrities. They're at the Oscars. They're on stage. It's live TV, national stage, even international stage, because we've seen footage of this from Australian television shows. So this is watched around the world. It was not going to be any more violence after that, even though it very well could have been. Chris Rock could have thrown a punch at Will Smith and they could have just got into this whole scrum on national TV. But fortunately, it ended with just a slap, but it should have never got there. Will Smith should have been in better control of his emotions and said, I'm not gonna let a joke have me embarrass myself in front of the whole fucking world. You know, and one of the things that he said afterwards to Chris Rock was, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He said it twice. Well, if his goal was to get people to stop talking about his wife, he failed miserably at that. Because now that's all people are talking about. You, Chris Rock, and your wife. So you're open to even more scrutiny. Those wounds are now having to be opened up again because we have to talk about how he got here. You know, and I think everybody gives Will Smith the benefit of the doubt because he's going through a lot of things publicly. His wife has said a lot of things about their marriage. Even August Alsina has said things about their marriage, revealed things that they probably would have rather kept quiet, but now it's out in the open. And then now you have to address those things again. And he did that out of protection of his wife. Well, it doesn't seem like she's very protected right now because everybody's saying whatever they want. And my thing is, okay, you want him to be the protector of his wife, which makes sense. If somebody's doing harm to your wife, then you should step in and handle your business. I don't think that this was that harmful. It was a bad joke. If they wanted to talk about it afterwards, you could have gave Chris Rock the opportunity to apologize. Maybe he could even found him in the middle of a set during a commercial break, and Chris Rock could have came back out there on stage and was like, hey, look, you know what? I said that joke. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand the ramifications, yada, yada, yada. But here's what I'm thinking is, when is Jada Pinkett going to protect Will Smith? When is that going to happen? Right? She wasn't protecting him when she had him on that red table talk and he was up there crying and looking hurt and, you know, saying all the things that she said. And even the interview that she had, I think it was with Gwyneth Paltrow, she was talking even more and put Will Smith under further scrutiny. When is she going to protect him? Because she could have easily grabbed his arm and be like, you know what? It's not worth it. You're about to do something silly. You're about to do something foolish. And you are up for best actor. This is a huge night for you. It is not the time to ruin this, Will. Sit down. It's okay. I'm a big girl. I can handle this. Where was that at? So she has to step up and be by his side as well, the same way he's been by her side. And if any husband has been by their wife's side, it is Will Smith, because again, he has gone through a lot. People have said a lot of things about him. And I know in this context, it probably wouldn't have been that bad, but if you take this same attitude and you do that out in the street, like so many people are online saying that they want their man and their husband to do, he could end up shot or dead, right? Somebody makes a joke that you mentally can't get over, that you aren't adult enough to be like, you know what, they're just words, I'm gonna keep it pushing. And then your husband, your man, your boyfriend goes up, he slaps somebody, he punches somebody, he says something, and then boom, he ends up shot dead. Then what? Then what? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you have to pick your battles and have to understand that it's not worth it. These are just words. We can get over that. So I would just advise people, again, pick your battles. Men, we have to protect our women, but women, there are times where you have to protect your man. You got to have his back and not allow him to do something stupid like that, especially if he's doing it in your name. And he's been drugged through the mud because of the things that you have been saying. That is the reason why he snapped. All of that stuff built up. So at some point, you got to say, look, he's taken a lot of bullets for me. Let me fight one for him. That's it. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you have anything to say, leave it in the comments below. And until another time, I'll see you guys later.